I guess Kaiko is a grunt main now. And now we go on to our third match of the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is indeed Brian Sempai. He is back from the dead. Yes, he is. And he's playing Blaziken today. So, a little bit of a surprising one here. Let's see how much sauce that this KFC chicken has here. Starting off, so Brian Senpai forcing the approach, forcing Coro to make the approach here. Being very patient here is Coro. With the blaze kick, but Coro was not in a position to punish. Ooh, a little bit of spaghetti coming in from both players. Brian Senpai immediately started off pushing Coro to the corner. Not giving Coro, but Coro swaps the corner. Tries to see ADC back, but this should be a web. Alright, this trades that 8x. That was a bit of a bad timing on Coro's part. But their shield's turning very red. Coro falls the burst. Good with a little of footsies and a bit of a drop there from Brian Senpai. Coro opts to mash out with the burst. And Brian Senpai immediately goes for a burst of his own. Not too sure about that. But it does work out, and Brian takes round 1 very convincingly. Coro has shown a little bit of being a little bit impatient here. Brian Senpai just bulldogging, just being very patient and forcing Coro to be the one to force the issue. We see the 5x to catch the jump and cover the attack. Brian Senpai dashes in for the jump. Meaty sidewide. Interesting options coming in from Brian Senpai, but Coro, excellent, gets us right both times. A bit of technical issues here. Alright, we're back. Alright, so Brian dunks underneath the discharge with 2x. Coro here. Is this going to be an unblockable? Yes, it is. It's the web. This should be a lot of damage, and now Brian Senpai is going to have to guess for a game the next time Coro gets in range. Doesn't even need it. Coro tags Brian with the healed JY. And now we are 1 round apiece in the first game. Oh, interesting change of pace here. Brian now decided that he's the one that's going to force the issue. Goes underneath the blaze kick to the 2xx. Oh, Coro tries to go for the tick throw, but Brian playing an excellent defense here. Ups to burst, and Coro's ran its meter out. No punish on the whiff spark. I saw a button being pressed, and that is going to be a huge burst attack coming in from Brian Senpai. With it off in tow, Brian can opt to try to end it with the next guess, or he can just run away. This is a really favorable position here for Brian Senpai. Coro trying to be patient, but drops shield after blocking the first blaze kick. Maybe missing the CA there, I'm not quite sure what that was about, but a little bit unfortunate there. So I think we may be having slight technical issues here. Oh! Alright, we're going into the second game here. Brian Senpai, Coro opting to stick it out with the Libre here. Doesn't want to try to go for a character counter pick. We saw a lot of Coro having. Coro was trying to force the issue a lot in that first game. What I'd like to try to see is Coro just trying to slow the pace of the match down. Try to kind of slowly bulldog Brian Senpai into the corner instead of trying to force the issue here. And already we do see a little bit of that. Coro playing much more patient this round. Will that be a parry with the Mimikyu? No, he was a little bit early on the timing. And gets in with the 8xx. Nice job coming in from Coro. Plus 16. Delays the web to catch Brian mashing the CA. excellent offense coming in from Coro here. Coro making his way, just forcing Brian to be the one to force the issue here. Oh, but Brian managed to makes good use of the plus frames with the go for the grab. I got mixed up there for sure. But the defense buff is on Coro here, so he's not in too much worry here. Ooh, Coro trying to call out maybe a stagger timing from Brian Senpai, but Brian not giving it to him. It's a lot of damage. PSP just barely saving Coro there. Goes for the spark immediately. Very, very zesty play coming in for Coro. This is going to be a crit, blowing Brian into the corner. Brian opts for the risky grab, gets punished. For the risky 8A and gets punished for it. Excellent patience in the end there for Coro. And now Coro is up around in the second match here. For Hamster Ball gets the shift. Brian immediately goes to the 4A, anti-air to the CA. Getting pushed to the corner here is Coro. Brian showing very, very good use of high jump kick from Blaziken. And Coro has been fishing for the 2x anti-air. Interesting stuff coming in from Coro. Bleach 2x is about as good as Weebot's 2x. It is frame 1, it's a frame 1 anti-air. It's a very, very deadly move. Coro just charging the support there with the high stance. And now he has the health lead. He can just sit back and relax and make Brian Senpai be the one to have forced the issue. However, he has to be very, very careful about that shield. Coro makes his way in with the Mimikyu, and now he's just backdashing. He just wants to get to the wall and start stacking that defense buff. Brian Senpai gets the air with the 4A. Brave Bird indeed coming in here for Brian Senpai. Goes for 1-5Y crit with the spark here coming in from Coro. Brian Senpai goes for the burst attack once you get the speed buff. With the health regeneration, Brian can afford to sit back here on this round, and this looks like a checkmate situation for Coro. For Brian there. Round 3 here for both players. Coro again wins the first phase with the hamstick ball. Crit CA launches into the corner. Will this be a web? No, Brian opts to take the grab. Drops the combo, unfortunately. Oh, Brian goes for the 8x. Good crush, read on the crush there. But however, this is going to be an Electro Web nonetheless for Coro with that incredibly powerful enhanced 8A. Brian Senpai lunges that with the Blaze kicks. Immediately goes for the 8A DP. Calls the EV. But look at the health bars here. Coro was in the lead for a second there. Oh, unfortunate for Coro. He tried to 2XX underneath the Flare Blitz. However, Flare Blitz far outlasting the 2XX the anti-air invulnerability of Libre's 2XX there, and Brian Senpai nets the win right there. So good stuff coming in from Brian Senpai. He's definitely shown that he has put some hours into this Blaziken. And unfortunately, Coro drops the second set to Brian Senpai's Blaziken.